Well, I have some good news. The near final version of Dungeon Murder has just arrived. This is my final test deck. And boy howdy, does it have some changes. I'm going to share a few things. You won't know what any of this means, but each of the dungeon chambers that you're trying to acquire and end up with a set of, you can add on stuff to. For example, the Skeletal Army. And as you can see, it says, add on to any full dungeon set you own to add 3,000 gold to your upkeep value. So that's a pretty good one. This one, called the Mobile Guard Station. These are new cards. Again, you can add that up to $4,000, or gold rather, to your upkeep value. The Upkeep cards now have symbols on them. See that diamond and that circle? Those are there to, or not circle, it's like a polygon, octagon thing, whatever it is. Can't think of the name. Hexagon? Anyway, those are there to help the blind among us. The colorblind, I should say. I can't do much about the blind. So when you look at this dungeon chamber from the Ogre Encampment, a very brutish place, you'll see up here in the corner, it has this like symbol. So if you're colorblind, you'll know the difference between green and blue because you'll have symbols to show that. A couple other new cards. We got this one. This is Compel. Force any player to pay you 5,000 gold. Ooh, scary one. We don't have too many of those because those are kind of mean. They're rude, you know. I'm digging through these. Oh, here's a wild upkeep card that works for any of the colors, and you can see we have all the different shapes. For the colorblind among us. I'm still pretty proud of this one, the Rebuke card. That's my hand. I drew a purple hand, or a version of my hand. I held it out in front of me and drew it, and then I colored it purple, just like Mom would have done. For example, if you look at the Caves of Lurg, this is a chamber, two-set chamber dungeon, or two-chamber dungeon. So there's two cards in it. I don't know if that's Lurg or somebody like Lurg. Boy, I need to trim my fingernails. Anyway, that's look at a little sketchy dude down there. He's a little sketchy, you know. The feral pig kennels. There's like a hog, like a warthog down there. See, looking up at things. Let's see. This is the Goblin Temple. We got a bunch of goblins hanging out. 3 goblin heads. The Murder Crow Canyon. Eyes to the sky or die. It says these chambers include chamber cards include these crows who are just hanging out. You know. There's a whole bunch like that. I don't have to show you all of them, but I had fun with that, let's say that. I can't find this one really important single card. There's one in every deck. Here it is. This is a card called Stop Victory. I'll read you this text. Stab your opponent with a deep sleep venom, forcing the target to skip their turn, making the game go another round of play. Cannot be rebuked. One card exists in the entire deck. This is it. And when you have this card, if somebody is about to declare victory, you force the game to go one more round, which means everybody else in the run, it could be one of you or up to 4 of you, all have a chance to screw that guy out of his victory. Because who wouldn't want to do that? That's what I say. All right, that's just a little update. More to come. So excited I can barely handle it. See you soon.